guys, welcome back to day 13 of our Christmas card series. So for today I thought we would do a cute little Christmas wreath. So I've just got a pre-circle drawn out here, a circle pre-drawn, and I've just kind of erased it a little bit so it's nice and light, so we just have sort of a guide of where we're going to go. So I will be doing these Christmas cards every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. So if you want to see them, please subscribe and come back on those days. So we'll get into this one right away. So first I'm just going to start with a little bit of Van Dyke Brown, I think. Just a hint of Van Dyke Brown and a little bit of our Hooker's Green. And I'm just going to go right along this circle, maybe just a little bit more Van Dyke Brown. Doesn't matter if this is perfect, it's just going to be sort of like the stick part that everything's attached to. Okay. So then we're going to go in with our Hooker's Green and maybe just a tiny little bit of sap green. We'll mix these two. And I'm going to have a pretty good, not super wet but not super dry consistency. Okay, just a nice Christmas green color. And we're just going to start by making lines and then little lines off of it for like the little stick parts or twig parts. And you can have them placed wherever you want. So just little lines. And if it goes into that, brown circle that we put down, doesn't matter. So just really loose. And I might end up turning my card as I'm doing this. Okay. And we're just going to keep going. So I'm just kind of doing one to one side, one to the other side. And I'm starting off smaller, and as I'm getting more towards the base of our little twig here, I'm doing them a little bit longer. Okay. And I'm trying to curve them. And if they don't come out perfect, that's okay. It's watercolor, not everything needs to be perfect. Maybe just pick up a little bit more of that, a little bit more water. So if this seems intimidating, you can always practice your little lines on a separate piece of paper before you start. It's going to be a bigger one. That's all right. Once you get the hang of it, it's pretty fun. And it can be quick. So once you start to get a few, it starts coming together, as you can see. The first couple will look a little wonky. That's fine. Once you start getting some on there, it will all come together. And I'm kind of doing the same pattern, but I'm starting to space them out a little bit differently each time. I'm trying not to do it super uniform, but if it happens, it happens. But I want them to be, you know, slightly different. I'm going to pick up just a little bit more of that mixture, just where my paint's getting a little dry. It's not flowing as much. You can see it's kind of getting a little bit thicker. So we'll just fix that. And maybe two more. Okay. And I might just do one little baby one in here, just to fill in some of this space. Okay, So those are our little base leaves. Now we could leave it at that, or you could go in and do a little bit more darker, just to kind of make it a little bit more contrast. I think just to make this nice and easy and simple, we're going to leave it at this. Now what we can do is go in with some little berries. So what I'm going to do is we're going to take some alizarin crimson red with just a little bit of water. So we want, a fairly thick amount of paint to water ratio, because we don't want it to flow too much. We kind of want the paint to stay where we want it. And I might throw in a hint of cadmium red hue deep, just to brighten it up a little bit. Okay. And we're just going to make some little berries in here. So I'll start, so this is the more wet part, so I'll start up here where we first started, because it's going to be a little more dry. And I'm just going to throw in some berries here. And I'm going to leave a little white spot on some of the berries. Just for a little highlight, okay? Just like that, and we'll continue on, just wherever you feel like placing them. Now what you can do, because some of that green is showing through, you can go over top of your berries after and just put a little dab of white watercolor or some gouache, and I might just do that just to make that highlight really pop. So we'll just kind of put them wherever. I'm just trying to space them out evenly. Doesn't matter. So just 3 little circles. I'm just going to add just a dab of water just to help it flow a little bit over some of these. Just these last couple I'm going to go back over because the paint was starting to get a little dried out, didn't flow as much. There. So those are little berries. Now I'm just going to let those dry, and then I'll go in with just a little dab of some gouache just to make those white highlights pop. Okay, so now that our berries are dry, I'm just going to take my number 2, and I've got a little bit of gouache here on my palette from some of my previous cards, and I'm just going to mix in a little bit of water just to rehydrate it. And we're just going to put a little dab of white where those little highlights were. And that was the Winsor and Newton titanium white gouache, just in case you were wondering. I'll try to have all the well, I don't have any links, but I'll try to have all the supplies listed down below. So that's it for our quick and easy little wreath Christmas card for this year. I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. And if you did, please hit the like button and come back on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays because I'll have some more cards for you, okay? Thanks for watching.